into it. Yeah, no, that's cool.
Did you get the recording and
Got,
progress?
I got the recording in progress.
Hey,
It's a
Mr.
nice.
Sunny Lim, how are you, my man?
I'm very good, mate. Very good. It's been bit crazy trying to get to where we are now, but we got there.
It's taken a while
All
to get
thanks to
here,
you,
hasn't
I
it, mate?
suppose.
Well, it's
Yeah,
serious. This has been the biggest hurdle ever, but we can now say whooshy mushy.
wishy washy from the other side.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Let's crack let's crack a beer, eh? Man, we have waited probably 12 months, I suppose, once again to get to back to this point here now. And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really, I really say thanks to Reese. We spent most of yesterday afternoon because it was only 45 degrees yesterday. So I really did cut into his day a couple of times, and I reckon we
yeah,
probably spent the best part of on and off probably 3 or 4 hours on it, and just to get it to the point where, in the end, he got onto my screen and he started uploading everything onto my screen for me because
yeah, yeah.
I'm good at silicon. That's about it.
Yeah, we had a few trials as well on some other little apps, but this one seems to work pretty good. I see you quite clear. I can hear you very clear as well, and you're probably the same to me. You can see me and hear me
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
clear.
absolutely.
Yeah, good,
1080. Yeah,
good.
it's very, very, very good.
Yeah, yesterday was a bit rough, wasn't it? 43 or something like that, and on other parts it was about 45. The car was reading, I think the car itself was reading like 48 and 50. So yeah, we were melting here, and then we were the hottest state, I suppose. And
Was
they were
hot.
saying yeah, yeah. Today's a relief. Today's we got some nice. It was a bit windy, but it's nice. You know, we enjoy the wind rather than the hot,
Could you imagine
steamy sun.
living in a world like yesterday? It'd be pretty horrific to live, wouldn't it?
Well, with climate change and all that sort of stuff, you know, in when we're a few more years down the track, we could look at having this for, you know, a few more days on end rather than just the one.
Well, you may be right there. You may be right, buddy. There's
But
certainly
we'll adapt to it anyway.
we've had the hottest day in 5 years at least, haven't we? So
Yeah, yeah, it gets hotter every year. So, um,
2025 we got to 45 at where I am at Redwood Park. So pretty
yeah,
great,
we were
pretty hot.
working. Me and the bush ranger was
Budgie.
plotting along, and every time I asked him, "All right, that's it. You want to call it?" He says, "No, if you want, if you want to call it, we'll call it." And I said, "Oh, all right,
He's,
let's do one more, and
he's
then
a
that's it."
workaholic. He always takes you
He
one
just
more,
wants this. He
just
just
one
wants to
more.
keep moving. Yeah, yeah. So now
Mushy,
I
mushy.
pulled the pin. We had another three more jobs, and I pulled the pin. I said, "No, we're not gonna sweat our ring holes out and bust our ass." So home we went, home for some beers.
Yeah, no, you look good running around with your shirt off. As you know, I spoke to Ash Norton. He had his gear off as well. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
he
yeah. That's what we
he
had to do.
he looked like a kangaroo looking for a fight, mate. He was all
Yeah.
pumped up with his little frame there. It was fantastic.
So how'd you go on the week? The week that just came.
This week or last week?
Well, we're at the end of this week. So how'd you
This
go
this week,
at the start?
yeah, Monday went pretty good. Monday was pretty good. We did one of those Robinson frames, the internal 90-degree ones. That went pretty
Oh
well.
yeah,
I had the wrapper with me on Monday, so we had a steel frame home. It went in pretty well. No complaints. Everything was level. Everything shut well. Everything operated well. I made sure
lovely,
measurements for the screens because it's a Stackador a Mac 10 that made sure that once the screens got to the corner that the openings were still current there. So
yeah,
once I drive away, I can't help it anymore what they do. But
Yeah,
everything's kosher there. They know it's a non-load bearing frame, so you can't do any more. Don't put any
yeah,
load on it. Have a 3 mil gap between our headrail and the hebel or foam, whatever it is, brick, whatever it is, doesn't matter.
yeah, yeah. No, that's good. That's
But
good.
still had a problem with another builder on Tuesday. That was pretty ordinary. Wednesday back at Silic there, or Tuesday back at Silic, and Wednesday with the builder. And today, yeah, ran around, did a little bit of service stuff for Steg for our mob, and
The
yeah,
mob for the mob. Yeah,
pretty
that's
cool.
right. Yeah, I'm getting a few builders hassling me, busting me balls about getting these shower screens fitted, but the supplier that I usually get it from has changed their system, and it's just throwing everything in the works, and everything's going real slow, and like I can't, like they want it yesterday, and also we had our Christmas holidays, so nothing ever was sort of set in stone, and then the builder was overseas as well. And then he's calling me, telling me that he's been overseas, so he hasn't had anything sorted. And I said, well, I'm on holidays as well, and I haven't got anything sorted, and nothing's open. So yeah, I had
Did you give him the big Sheeskus from Wally? Did you?
oh sheeskus. I had to and all they want is dates. They want date of installment, and that's all they need. But he's running behind, and I'm running even more behind. So we settled with a date, and yeah, that's about 4 shower screens
Just
to
remember,
do.
you can only do what you can do anyway, mate. And if the world's
Yeah,
got
I know.
a sunny limb, then that's how it has to go, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gets a bit upsetting sometimes when you can't meet the
There's a lot of
deadlines, and
scoreboard pressure we put on ourselves as pro installers as well. That you want to service, what work is there, and you want to be on time, and you want to do a good job, and you want to turn up at the right time. All that sort of shit comes into it. But at the end of
yeah,
the day, you make yourself sick, mate, by you know
yeah,
let the
yeah. It
demands
just
go a
makes
little
me.
bit, and you'll
It
get there
does
when
because
you get
I want to get things moving, get things done when needed, and then when it doesn't happen, it just gets quite makes you feel like shit.
just adds another
And
day onto the week, and you
yeah,
got family and wives,
just
and
another unsuccessful sort of week,
yeah, just bullshit. Just
you
it's
could say.
undone.
Yeah,
It's sort of pyramid working. As we all go down the pyramid, there gets less and less organized. So
yeah, yeah,
unfortunately, that's the deal we have been given, and that's the one we operate in. And at times, it's very heavy. Hey, let's get off work. What about Trump? Trumpy's in. We got a new president in the United
Trumpy's
States.
in, and have you heard the latest? The
Tell me
latest,
the latest.
no more, no, no more cardboard straws, no more paper straws,
Did he
mate.
sign an executive
Yeah,
order? Did he?
he said that's it. We want plastic.
I
So,
thought they were trying to get rid of it.
um, yeah, they're trying to get rid of, it, but he said, nah, the paper straws are shit. We want to go back to plastic. So, sorry, turtles, but
All
it's
right.
for the greater good.
I know he's after the Panama Canal at the moment. He's fairly hostile towards China, saying you guys got given it. We lost 28,000 Americans, and I'm not happy that you've just come in and taken it. So yeah, there's a bit of controversy on that one as well.
Yeah,
I think he's
right.
going to back pretty hard on that one.
So that's the canal where they cross.
The Atlantic
What?
to
What?
the
Yeah. So it saves them what 8 hours or
shitload.
something like
Otherwise,
13 hours or something like that because they
yeah,
have to go right around Africa.
yes, sir.
Some
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
something like that. Yeah, yeah. That's a cool system, isn't it? How it's been built. I thought the
Yeah,
US bought that.
I think there were 28 or 38,000 American people died building the Panama Canal, and
Yeah, yeah,
some deal got done with one of the presidents, and it got given back to Panama.
Yeah.
and somehow China's now got tariffs on the Americans going through it. So it's fairly flighty at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good.
But he's signing many orders every day. It's
Yeah. Yeah. And
real
I've seen a
theatre
little
to sit there
video,
and watch it.
seen a little clip as well of him. It wasn't him, but I think it was they were interviewing Elon Musk, and he was in the room with Trump. I think it might have been in the White House, and he had his boy over his shoulder.
In the round room.
Yeah, in the round room, and there was a reporter there saying something about Elon Musk. There's word that he sent uh, $50 million worth of condoms to a country or something like that, and he was like, "Nah, we didn't do any of that." So everything's all fuzzy at the moment.
I think he's going into everything trying to return some money back to America.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's
They're they're
what else did he do?
trillions in the black, mate, in the
He's
reds.
he's cutting the tax for overtime. I think I don't know if that's true. Have you
Yeah,
heard that?
I believe that's
Yeah,
going ahead.
yeah, yeah. So that's good.
There's got to be
Um,
incentive there. If you're going to make America great, you're going to use all your labor through America. Everyone's got to pay a little bit more for their products.
yeah, yeah,
Everyone's had the Chinese market that's 3 times cheaper than everything else, and everyone's guilty. We're all guilty of going to the
of
dollar,
buying something. Yeah, yeah.
and
I mean, that's all we can afford and survive on. So, why would you get something in house that's worth, you know, $50 more than you would getting it from
sure,
China?
sure,
So,
because it keeps America great.
yeah.
So no, it's pretty crazy. What about the UFO world, mate? The boys
The
are
UFO,
up.
I haven't
Boys are
touched
up
into it
today,
much.
actually.
What have you got? What have you got for
The
the
boys are
UFO?
up. I'm just thinking, the Australian fellow. What's his name again? I've just gone blank right at the minute. The
The
investigative,
Aussie?
Coulthard. Coulthard and the guy in California there, they've need to know. That one's just come up tonight. So I've had a look at that one. That one's pretty cool.
Yep.
They are getting closer to, what we all say is that we want to know whether we're alone or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's
think
all
that
we want.
the bird from the meetings has now come up as well, and she's got a joint venture now that's been approved by Trump to say we'll start declaring some of these things. So, once again, you got to start declaring these things and
Yeah. You think
make
Trump
motion.
knows? Do you think Trump knows the truth?
I don't know if he knows the truth, but he probably knows more than you and I. He
Yeah. Hang
declared
on. Hang
yesterday,
on.
declared yesterday they're going to Mars. Like,
Yeah.
the same as Kennedy, that might be a trait. We're not going to
Yeah.
the moon
Yeah.
because it's easy. We're going to the moon because it's hard.
So now
So
we're going to Mars.
now they're going to Mars.
Yeah.
So that's
That's
pretty
a whole
crazy.
whole new level, isn't it?
I got the
Mars.
wife calling. Just stay online. Oh, she's
All right.
gone. No,
No.
no, no. She's all good. No, it was Ash Norton. Ash from last night. So no, all good. It was on Messenger, so he could have stayed on
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah.
listened. So,
Yeah.
but
Right.
again, there's Skyforce. There's still lots going on.
There's a lot of videos out there online as well. A lot of fakes, you
Hang on,
can
I got
tell.
this call again. Just two
Oh, you
secs.
do.
Sorry, dude. Whitey, how are you?
Good, good. Have you spoken to Paul today?
No, I'm just doing a podcast with Suny.
Oh, that's all right. There's a thing coming up on the news, and it's like a great white shark that was spotted by two people fishing on York Peninsula, and they said Paul Bastion and someone.
What, eaten? Hopefully not.
No, that they took this footage of this shark just sort of circling around them in like this 2 meter deep water.
Oh wow, how cool
So
is
it's
that?
coming up. I think it's
Wow.
coming up shortly, but I thought he would have said something.
All right, that's hot news straight here.
There's another Paul Bastion over there. But
Nah, I doubt it.
where Tuesday, or was he fishing Tuesday?
No, I think he was there Tuesday, but
Unless it's old footage and they sent it in Tuesday. I don't know.
Could have been.
It was from Tuesday, so.
Could have been. Oh, that's cool. No worries, dude. All right. See ya. Well, there's a bit of hot goss.
There you go. Breaking news.
Breaking news on the
Breaking news. There's
the
where was it? Brighton.
no, over in York, I think.
Oh, yeah,
Over in
yeah.
York.
Great whites, 2 meter great whites, or
So I
in
think
2 meter water.
I think it's made the news, which is pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
right. Yeah, there was a video of a guy. He was kayaking, fishing, and then he had seen a great white swimming around him, and he kept paddling out, and this great white was just behind him, just following him around, and he goes, "I'll see if I can throw a bottle. I'll see if I can throw a bottle of water and see if he goes through it anyway." Throws it, nah, still on his tail. So that's quite scary. And I've got a kayak, so I'm not going in
It
anywhere
did
near
breach
the
a couple
ocean.
of times too, didn't it? You could
Yeah,
see the
you can see the
underfins.
top dorsal as well. Yep, yeah.
Scary stuff. No, that's not good. I think the heartbeat that's being proliferated into the water, I'm sure
Yeah,
the fuck knows that
there's no way.
this guy shit himself, you know.
Yeah, and he's paddling, and I thought, oh, if you're gonna paddle, mate, that's the worst thing you can do, because now you're acting as if you're hurt, or you're swimming. That's when the shark comes and gets you.
Yeah, you're under stress. Yeah, absolutely. He knows what's going on. He has been king of the water. There's a few of the bigger ones knocking him out from time to time. So
Yeah, yeah. So I've been getting, I've been seeing a lot of videos for the artificial intelligence type thing, and there's a lady that on her iPad, she talks to it and gets it to answer questions like that. And there was one that she asked about us humans inventing AI, and in return, he responds. Well, I don't know if I can say he or she, or it was a male's voice talking back, and he responded that we weren't we weren't invented by humans. We were discovered by humans. We were already here. You guys just got to the level where you were to be able to discover us. And then he then gave the sort of analogy of us inventing electricity, and he said, "You guys didn't invent electricity; it was there already. You just discovered it." So it kind of confused me a little bit, and I thought,
is
"Oh,
that with the pyramids?
shit." I don't know, like if who invented electricity?
Um,
I don't know his name. Tesla. Tesla. Yeah, so he didn't invent electricity, he discovered it. It was already here in the first place. So same thing with AI. It was already here. And we just discovered it. That's pretty cool.
yeah, the free energy's coming. Going back to what we're saying before, that Trump said we're going to Mars. Now, you're going to Mars, you've got some new technology that's going to stop the sun coming right through and chewing you out. You know what I mean? It's going to eat you alive.
Yeah.
So, what have they found? They found something that can get them there longer, or are they moving at a faster speed? That's the only way you're going to beat it.
Well, they'd have to build something on Mars to withstand the
Yeah,
sun's
they'll
rays.
colonize that and they'll throw the dirt over the top. So they will reduce the bombardment of all the UV and all the bad shit.
Maybe they'll dig into the planet.
They will dig into the planet. So they'll land one
Yeah.
of those big rockets that they're going to do, and then they'll lay that one over, and then they'll put dirt over the top of that, and that'll be one of the early Hume cribs there. They'll get all the fuel cells cleaned, and then they'll start to line all that
Yeah.
with all sorts of shit. There's a whole load on YouTube. There's heaps and heaps you can watch. So, you know, we were boys not that long ago, but to see where they're going now, they are going back to the moon. I know that they've SpaceX have been up there again in the last 2 days. They've launched and they're ready now to put something that's always orbiting the moon now, and then they'll start to
Yeah.
go on there. But once again, it's not ours. What happens if you get there and you got a white
Someone
nugga,
else owns it.
and he
Someone
says,
else
"Get off."
owns it. Yeah.
How do you know they're not living on the dark side
Yeah.
of the moon?
Yeah. Because we can't see the dark side of the moon.
Well, if they come to
Unless it's
our
made out of cheese.
sure, if they come to our
Yeah.
planet and they invaded us, I'm sure we'd shoot back at them, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Yeah. We come in peace.
Rest in pieces. Huh?
We come in
Absolutely.
peace. That's where you'd have to go in and say you come in peace.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty
Yeah, we've
crazy
just got a
to
whole load of
get on the moon.
machinery with us. That's the thing. But
Yeah, weaponry. They would have to have some sort of weapons as well, um,
I
just
think so.
to eliminate, eliminate anything that's out there that could hurt you. You'd have to get some sort of defense equipment with you, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so. And the Golden Girl turned 39 yesterday.
Yes, yes. The
How
wife
wonderful.
turned 39. Yeah, yeah. We went out to dinner. Next year's going to be a big one, the big 40. So we'll have to find a place where we can have a big party and
Yeah.
cut shapes on the dance floor.
Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? When you get the big
Yeah,
ones, you want to have a bit of fun, and you don't want the decades going too fast. The years can turn
yeah,
over.
yeah.
The
Too many
decades.
birthdays, mate. Yeah, yeah. So
But no
that's
paranormal.
good.
No paranormal.
Not paranormal, but there was the other night. It could be just my eyes because when I go to bed, um, the TV's all off, and I just watch an episode of a show that I'm watching on my phone, and then I sometimes see like white lights around it. I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks on me or whatever, but I do see some stuff just buzzing around. Now, I can't say that it's not maybe the cars from outside driving past as well. So I'm not too sure, but in terms of paranormal, we've been quite dry on that end. We haven't been going out, and I mean, I don't know. I've sort of stopped myself being open to it. So maybe it's not happening because I'm not opening that third eye to it. I don't know. What do you
Look,
think?
I think the consciousness that they're all going on at the moment about is that's the big cognitive wheel that is driving these types of episodes. But yeah, once again, it's everything's just on hold again until it all. Everyone's waiting to say, "Hey, we're not alone. If we're not alone, we can move on. We can move forward." And I think everywhere at the moment they're just at that point where, yes, we've heard it all before. There's a big story coming out. You wait for the story to come out, and it's only like 30%. It's no big ball breaker.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're finding at the moment still that all the big players they're just putting out a little bit there until someone's coming up with the
Sort of
next.
like testing, are they testing the waters to see
I
what will
think
happen
so.
to the person?
And you got the new government in, so I think also it's just loitering there. It's not at the top of the tree for the government to say yes, UFOs are real or not. And I think we're just waiting on that one to come through. And it may never come through. May never. They
Yeah.
might hold it out to Bay, but I think they're holding Trump to ransom now to hopefully someone.
Yeah, I don't know. They're always saying
Trump
that
won't
something's
say it.
coming
Trump,
out.
Trump won't say it. It'll come in a different format by somebody else,
Yeah, yeah.
but it won't be
That's
disclosure.
not.
It won't be
It
disclosure.
won't be. It won't be. Maybe it won't be from someone credible. So
Hey,
then
Vic,
it.
I had Andy and Kato over from Sydney last weekend, and we took him for a drive up to Chain of Ponds just to show Andy because he's from London. And sure enough, I said, I'm feeling lucky today. I think we might see an emu. And there was a fucking emu right on the turnoff, right near the fence. And I said to Manny, look at that. That's a good omen. So I think we got good February, March coming.
Yeah.
There appears to be a little bit of work there. There was talk that it might slow down a bit. Let's wait and see at the minute. And
Yeah.
but pretty crazy. Hey,
It's good.
Suny, I've got a limit
Yep.
on just how much we can record on the Canon at one time. It's down to about 5 minutes, so we got a few minutes left. But
Okay. Beautiful.
we'll talk a little bit of mental health just now, and make sure your buddies are right. We're just over 12 months now since Scotty Miller died, and
Yep.
it does come up a fair bit, and that it's an anniversary again, and the
Yeah.
podcast the other night we did with the three pickled goats, we did bring up on it. We don't want to dwell on it, but you do want to ring your mates and your buddies and just ask them how they're going.
Yeah, that's it. Never be complacent with yourself. Look after your mental health. Look after yourself for others, because you can't help someone if you're unwell yourself. So, make sure that you're okay.
Well said, brother. That's
All right.
exactly what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah.
The